Right, it's a Friday, a random Friday, guys, and I've just done a high rocks class. It's 7:18. It's a 6 a.m. class. I actually missed it last week. I had a really busy week last week, and then my brothers were like, do you want to come to the 6:10 high rocks class? And I was like, yeah, booked in. Alarm didn't go off at 5:15. I've never had that happen before, and whenever anyone says that, I think you're lying. Like, of course your alarm goes off. I slept until like 8 a.m, woke up, missed calls from my brothers being like, where are you? You coming? And I went on my alarm and it was toggled on. So it hadn't turned off. If I'd slept through it, it would have turned itself off eventually after 15, 20 minutes. So I'm like, it just didn't go off. And I've always thought people were lying when they were like, my alarm didn't go off. I'm like, when does your alarm not go off? Because I've never had that. But my alarm genuinely didn't go off. But this week it did go off. I mean, sadly. I was hoping it might not, but it did. But no, I'm really, really glad that I've gone. What was I going to tell you? Yes, this week, so it's Friday today. On Monday, I went for a DEXA body scan, and I'd not really heard of it before, but my coach basically, maybe a month ago, I booked in for a photo shoot with my coach. I've been with my coach for like 2 years now, and they always do these photo shoots as like motivation for their clients, but also as like markers in the sand of like, you're very near, you know, your goals, like let's commemorate that, whatever. So I booked into that. That's on the 27th of September, 2 days after my birthday. But they were like, in order to help us like really fine tune your program, it would help if you got a DEXA body scan. So I booked into one, and it's basically a body composition scan, and it tells me how much I weigh. It tells me how much my bones weigh, my bone density. It tells me how much fat I've got, how much visceral fat I've got in and around my organs, how much muscle mass I've got, and how much muscle mass per limb as well. It's very, very clever. And so I did that, and the results kind of shocked me. Firstly, the body fat levels, sorry, the lighting's not great. I'm going for a drive-through. She said, guess how much percentage body fat you are? And I was like, about 20%. If it's under 20%, then it'll be near 20%, like 18, 19. And she was like 13.9%. I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. She was like, yeah. And I was like, that's mad. Anyway, my goal is to get to 10% body fat, which translates to about losing, I think it was like 4 kilos or something, which is about 8-9 pounds. So not actually that much to lose, although because I am getting thinner and thinner and smaller, it then becomes harder to lose that weight. But I'm so motivated at the minute, and I just feel really, really good. Training's going really well. Diet's going really well. Dare I say it, I think I'm in the best shape I've been in for years. Let's order.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. What can I get started for you?
Could I get a medium Americano with a splash of semi-skim milk, please?
Of course, medium Americano is plus semi-skim milk.
Yeah. No, that's it. Thank you.
No worries at all. Drive from now whenever you're ready.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. It's not like British baristas to be friendly. I feel like when you go to America, they're all like, hey, how are you? And that's really lovely, but we don't get that in the UK. So that was quite friendly. Anyway, yeah, I'm really pleased with my progress. I can't believe, like, finally I'm getting in the shape that I've always wanted to be in. And yeah, in terms of muscle mass, I think it was like 83% of my body is lean muscle mass, sorry. Very interesting, very fun. Bones are looking good. And they did a longevity score, and they were like, we've got a Harley Street doctor that is like, they've put together this algorithm based on everyone's results of like longevity. So how long you live and how well you live. And it's a score out of 100. Mine's 100 out of 100. She's like, you are, based on your like body composition, you are perfect. There's nothing else that we can suggest for you to do. Can you believe that? I mean, of course, I could die from anything else. You know, I could get a disease, I could get hit by a car. You never know. But based on muscle mass, bone density, fat levels, everything is looking really good. All my fat levels were below average. All my muscle mass levels were above average. She was like, there's nothing I can suggest to you to do well. Anyway, that wasn't the point. The point was my coach could then fine tune my program, which they are doing. One interesting thing was, well, if you find this interesting, was that the muscle mass I have on my upper body is way more proportionally than my muscle mass on my lower body. She was like, do you go easy on your legs? And I'm like, yeah, I'm lazy. So yeah, my coach is now adding in an extra leg session because my legs are lagging behind my upper body, which is a shame. I have had a poorly knee. That's why I think I take it easy on my legs, because I never want to mess up my knee again. Anyway, excuses. Hello everyone, I'm sat at the train station with my luggage because I'm off to London for a couple of nights. I've got more events to go to, more work bits here, there and everywhere for the next 3 days, but it's a heat wave currently in the UK. It's 10:30 and it's already 27 degrees, and it's going to get up to 35 tomorrow and the next day in London. Today it'll be 33, but I know some of you will be like, that's not hot. We don't have AC in this country, so it's going to be hell. There should be AC on the train, hopefully, and there is AC in shops, gyms, but not in anyone's home. The only saving grace is that I've booked a hotel room that has AC, but I'm just like, please be working, because sometimes in the UK the AC doesn't work in hotel rooms. I just need to sleep well. But anyway, I'm off to London. Today I've got an event with Gemini, which is an AI app owned by Google Gemini. So that is going to be fun. I think it's on a boat somewhere. And then tomorrow I've got a lunch with Meta. I've got an event with Tefal. Is it Tefal? I think it's Tefal. And then the following day I've got a thing with Penguin, the publishers. So yeah, I'm very excited for the next few days. Thank goodness there's a bit of a breeze, because that is a saving grace right now. I'm dressed very casually because I can't. It's so hot. I've even shaved the hair in my armpits, guys. Sorry, that's gross. Because, you know, in hot weather, the hairier armpits, the sweatier and smellier you get. So men out there, out of courtesy to everyone, please trim your armpit hair at the very, very least. For the sake of women everywhere who do it all the time. Anyway, let's get this train. Right, I've just touched down in Stratford. The event is like a 20-minute walk away. This is the Olympic Stadium that they built in 2012, but it's now West Ham United. I used to live around here, one of these buildings over here, back in, when was it? I think 2013, 2014? Oh, it's changed a lot since then. It's a lot more built up, loads of stuff and buildings around here. Very nice. It is a risky move walking to this event. I'm trying to walk slowly, but there is a nice breeze. But I thought I'd rather this way around than get there was multiple tubes or a bus, and I was like sitting on those unair conditioned tubes and buses. No thanks. I got the Elizabeth line, which is air conditioned, to Stratford, and then I can have a leisurely walk to the event. Annoyingly, I have just found out that my event with Penguin on Thursday has been cancelled due to the hot weather, because this is how much the UK can't cope with extreme cold. Like when we get a bit of snow, the country shuts down. We get some hot temperatures, the country shuts down. The trains are saying that they won't be able to run because the rails will be too hot. So Penguin have cancelled the event, and I don't know if I told you guys, but I struggled so much to get a hotel. There must be something going on in London. I know Harry Styles is on. I think there's a WWE event at the minute. There's just loads of different events happening in London. The hotels were astronomical. It was like sky high prices, and I really struggled to find somewhere. So I'm actually staying out in zone 2 rather than in central London where I normally am. But I wouldn't have had to have done that if I knew that this event with Penguin wasn't going ahead. I could have just stayed one night and booked a hotel in central. Very annoying, but never mind. I'm like, Joe, you've got a choice. You can either wind yourself up about it and get really annoyed, or you can just let it go. I'm going to attempt to let it go. I am a bit early, so I found a nice shady spot to sit and just cool down a little bit. It's saying it's 30 degrees. And it's due to get 3 degrees hotter. I don't want to rock up sweaty, although I feel like at this juncture, everyone at this event is going to be sweaty, but I think it's on a boat because there are canals around here, and I think the event is on a boat, which hopefully means there'll be a bit of a breeze. Whew.
On a narrow boat is like olives and caper. These are caper berries, and I think they just look very pretty in a salad. And again, talking about how they fall. Give me an insight into what exactly is coming from the farms and when, so I can plan my menu.
Sorry guys, I've forgotten to vlog today, but I'm now at dinner with Lottie and Jenny. Oh, my fave gals. What's our group chat called? Lottie's Angels. That's it. And we are, aren't we? We're at Dishoom. You probably can't hear me because it's so loud. Jenny's an expert Dishoom.
So good. So good.
Really, really nice. It's Indian food, tapas, gorgeous.
Broccoli chili salad.
That was the worst dish. The tubes are all delayed. Can't get an Uber. I need to hail a black cab, but there's one, but the light's not on. I need one with a light on. Oh, there's one with a light on. Oh, he's gone the other way. Ah, there's lots coming by, but they're not taking customers. This is so annoying. I'm crossing the road because I feel like there's more coming this way. Oh my gosh, I've never hailed a taxi before. Or maybe I have. I must have done. Hello. Oh, here's one. There we go. Yay. He's flashed.
How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, good, thanks. Just hot. Right, I've arrived at at the Hoxton in Shepherd's Bush. Please have AC. It does say AC on the listing, but sometimes in hotel rooms they're broken, but the Hoxton's a really nice hotel, so I'm hoping it will be okay. Please be okay. Oh, it's a bit cooler in here. Ah, stunning. Yes. There's music on. Oh, this is nice. Oh, what a relief. What's the view like? Well, actually, first step, let's get the AC whacked up. It's clearly got AC, but it's not on full whack. It's on 22. Get that right down. Come on, come on, come on. Lower, lower, lower. That'll do. I'll have to wait and see. But this is a nice room. This will do me nicely for 2 nights. What's the bathroom like? Stunning. Lovely. What a relief. I have stayed at the Hoxton in Southwark and the Hoxton in Shoreditch. This is my first time at the Hoxton in Shepherd's Bush. Stunning. Love it. I bought myself a Pepsi Max. I'm going to have a cold shower. Hopefully the AC will get ramped up. I think this is it. I'm going to drink my drink and relax and then go to bed. Good morning, guys. Look at the state of me. You can tell I've had a good night's sleep. Not to brag to everyone in the UK right now, not that I'm streaming live. I had such a good sleep with the AC. It's just such a nice temperature in here. Slept really well. I'm really glad that I'm in London for these events, even though London itself in the day is disgusting. Today it's going to get up to 35, but it's okay because I know I'm coming back to a cool room. So grateful. Anyway, I am right by White City House, which is a Soho house in a place called White City. And I used to go there to the gym. It used to be like my local gym. I say local because I didn't actually live locally, but I'd get the tube in and then walk there to go to the gym. Haven't been there in ages. It does mean it's a complimentary gym I can use because I have a membership. So I'm going to go there. I'm boiling a kettle at the minute to make an instant coffee. Not great. There's no coffee machine in this hotel, which is sad. I'm going to get my gym kit on, head to Soho House, go to the gym, and then I might go up to the club if I'm not too sweaty and have a little bit of breakfast. Maybe some egg whites on toast or something. Ah, what a day. Well, I can't eat too much because I've got a lunch meeting. That's my first thing of the day. It's not till 12:45, a lunch meeting with my Meta partner manager. And we're going to one of my favorite Italian restaurants. Can't wait. Yes. Right, I'm up and at it. Let's head to the gym. I was just realizing Westfield is over there. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to go and buy some homewares. I don't know if I've told you this. 2 days ago, I got a call from my solicitor saying I might get the keys for a house next week. So I'm like, do I go to Westfield after I've been to the gym? Have a look in some of the homeware shops. But then I'm gonna have to carry them all the way home on the train. So we're coming up to BBC Television Centre, which is where they film lots of TV shows. Guys, I'm leaving immediately. It is rammed. There's no space. I was walking around, every piece of equipment is taken. I mean, it is 8 a.m, so it's probably a busy gym time. Very annoying, but I kind of thought that might be the case. I thought I've got one workout to do whilst I'm in London between today or tomorrow. So I was like, if it's busy, then I'll just make sure I go tomorrow to a more commercial gym because that is rammed. I suppose I used to come back in the day with my friend Leah. We used to go and meet there at about lunchtime and it used to be quite quiet. So I suppose maybe if I was free at lunch, it'd be fine, but so annoying. That looks very cool, the broadcaster with a little roof terrace. Well, I think it's too early to go into Westfield. So let's just get a walk, get our steps up, go and grab a coffee. It's very loud. Where can I grab a coffee from around here? Well, I have come into Westfield because I knew there was like a bakery that I like, Olenstein, that do coffee. Yeah, everything is still shut, which is annoying because that's where I want to go. H&M Home. But that won't be open for a couple of hours, I imagine. Oh well, those coupes look nice. I love that. I've made it into H&M Home. I think the reason I feel overwhelmed as well, guys, is because I need everything, and yet at the same time, I don't need things right now. Like, I'm like, oh, well, I'll need a vase at some point. But I'm like, well, I don't need that now. I can wait until, you know, I've got a bunch of flowers in my house and I'm like, oh, I need a vase. Do you know what I mean? But part of me is like, oh, I need to look at everything. I need to look at cushions. I need to look at vases. I need to look at bowls and trinkets. And I'm like, no, I suppose you don't. I just need to take it one step at a time. But I love H&M Home. It is stunning. Oh, these are cool. What are these? Little pots. You could put a candle in there, couldn't you? Oh, rocks. What? Maybe it's like an incense thing. Not sure. Anyway, I've got an email from my solicitor this morning being like, Joel, can you reply to this, please? So I'm going to go to a coffee shop, I've got my laptop, and then reply to her. Right, I've had a very quick costume change, fresh t-shirt. I went and sat in the National Theatre for about half an hour, had a Diet Coke, cooled down. I don't think I can remember the last time it was this hot. But anyway, I feel myself sweating already. I've literally been outside for 5 minutes. And I'm trying to walk slow. I'm naturally a very fast walker. So I'm like, slow down, Joel. There wasn't much AC in the restaurant we went to, so we're both sort of dripping whilst chatting, but it's okay. I think in these scenarios, I'm like, well, everyone is sweating, aren't they? And we're all talking about it, and we're all complaining about it. So it's fine. At yesterday's event on the barge, it was very hot, and I was like dripping, and I was feeling really self-conscious, and I looked around, and I could see sweat patches on everyone's back, under their armpits, and I was like, oh, it's fine. We're all in this together. Oh, us Brits, we're not cut out for this.
Lasting non-stick. This is the Rolls Royce of frying pans over here, right, guys? Longest lasting for. Just chill away. It's like walking your dog.
I'm going to finish the vlog here, guys. What a whirlwind trip to London that was. I didn't even film everything I got up to just because it got so busy and I just sort of forgot, guys. So I'm sorry, but I hope you enjoyed that vlog. Just looking back at it, I was like, oh my gosh, the heat wave. I hate heat waves in the UK. If we were playing a drinking game, it would be like, how many times does Joel reference the heat? So I'm sorry if that was repetitive, but thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe if you're not already. I post videos every single week. As you're watching this, well, I'm in New York, guys. I'm in my hotel room in New York, so stay tuned for some New York vlogs coming soon. But yeah, thank you. I hope you have a great week. Bye.